I see us live on Facebook, Van. Why do you not get notifications? I don't think as many people get notified as they used to. Facebook is holding me back. Why are they trying to hold us back, Cam? Do you understand that? Something, am I in the way, Van? It looks a little odd on the screen. Well, I'm talking about, is Premier Mortgage Group in the right spot? Well, my fro's getting to it. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Grind, Monday through Friday. No matter if I'm here or not, somebody does the show, no matter what. Good morning. We start every show off with 60 seconds of gratitude. What are you thankful for? There's two things. Shannon Wheeler, PMG, did the show yesterday, so didn't get to really say this, but yesterday was me and my wife, Brittany Renee's third wedding anniversary. So, been married 3 years.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you. And I brought the dog in today for us to celebrate. Moving right along, today is Andre's birthday. Don't let him get up there. He's trying to get up there. I think Andre Kilgore turns 26. So if you're on here, do me a favor, like, comment, and share the stream. Everybody wish Andrew a happy birthday. There we go. We got some comments coming in. Drew is on here. Van Grafton is on here. Good morning, everyone. So, hey, please make sure you share the stream. Today, I'm talking about something that I feel like I have become, I don't want to say an expert, but I definitely feel like I'm good at this. And it's helping people how to transform from an amateur to a professional. What do you think the definition of an amateur is? Van is really good at describing. Where the hell is Josh? Josh should be on here. I know he's out showing. I don't give a damn. He should be on here. Turn it on. Just trick me. Van, what is your definition of an amateur?
Someone that just sort of plays at something that's not really serious about it.
I would say that is a great definition, Van Grafton. An amateur is somebody that dabbles. Kind of comes in and we've seen people that come in and they kind of are amateurish. Mm-hmm. Can you think of one person?
I can think of a couple people.
Can you?
Yeah.
One person automatically jumps out? Can you think of an amateur? Who? That's right. I can think of you. You both are amateurs. As a matter of fact, everybody begins as an amateur. Nobody is just like made ready. Nobody comes professional. It's a transformation to go from amateur to a pro. Van, what would you describe? And so we're clear, we're not talking about pro athletes. We're not talking about that. We're talking about in the business world, there are people that are amateurs, occasionally show up, and then there's the professional who always shows up. Van, you did a great job on describing what an amateur is. Could you do a good job of describing what a professional is?
Well, I think a professional, you can look at it two ways. Professionals are really good at whatever they're doing, or they're people that do whatever it is for a living and they make their money that way.
Yeah, but I think you could be a pro and make your living that way, but still have a lot of amateurish characteristics. Is that dog making too much noise? Hello, Josh. About time you got on here. So let's talk about a great example of an amateur, Josh, who has worked his way into being a professional. He's on here. Josh did not come professional. Josh came right out of high school. Dumber than a bag of hammers. Just didn't really know anything because he didn't have any life experiences. What did Josh do? Let's just take Josh. What do you think you've seen in Josh that is he's evolved into a professional?
He's a master planner.
Master planner. Okay. What do you see?
Communication.
What do you see?
I see him doing a set amount of small, consistent habits.
Ooh,
He does
see.
them every single day
See,
over a long period.
I'm going with what Noah said because you can plan all you want, but if you ain't doing the work, if you ain't consistently doing it. So Josh is not the only professional that you see here. Who else would you say is somebody you see becoming a professional? Drew. He's on vacation. He's a pro. I'm just kidding. What about these guys? Noah's a pro. Now, did you come as a pro?
Came as an amateur.
Amateur. So you don't. I think people focus on the wrong thing when they focus on this transformation of being amateurish to professional. The great ones, it's not that they just become great at what they do. It's more about their consistent, like you said about Josh. So much about becoming a pro is it's about the consistent things, coming in every single day and doing things that really nobody else wants to do. And you start to build this inner self-belief that I really deserve more. Most of the time, we don't get what we want because deep down we don't think we deserve it. And the reason why we don't think we don't deserve it is because we haven't done all these little steps to earn it. We don't trust ourselves. Do you know what it's like? Hey, do you mind getting that thing? I feel like it's kind of loud. Is it loud, Van?
I can hear it pretty good.
Well, we brought our dog in, Jackson. He's depressed. He's an amateur. Amateurs, here's something. Here's an indicator. Good morning, Shannon. Thank you for getting on here. Here is an indicator that you are an amateur. You listen to what your feelings tell you. Coach talks about this all the time. I deserve more than what I got. Okay? Josh, if you really, really believe this, and I do think you really, really do believe this, it's because of all the things that you've done up until today that you have not gotten shit off of. I want you to think about this. You're going to come in. You two work probably as hard as anybody we've got around here. I don't know if... All right, come here. Come here, Jax. He's a damn amateur. See? It's what amateurs do. You guys, this is powerful, okay? This might be the only good thing I say all day, but it's very powerful. And I want you to listen to this, Cam, because you're in this state. How long have you been here now?
Almost 7 months.
Almost 7 months. And it's a very hard thing to do because so often there's no money at the end of the cycle, especially early on in this business. It's like no matter what I do, nothing ever works out the way I thought. Nothing. And you start to want to give up. But here's what I want you to always remember. One of these days, Cam, you're going to become a magician because of all the things that you've been doing and you did not get paid for. You're going to walk around pissed off and think I deserve more because of all the work you're putting in, all the things that you're doing today that you didn't get paid for. That's where Josh is getting all the things that he has done before today. All the times he's called and nobody answered. All the time he's called and somebody hung up on him. All the times he thought somebody was going to transact with him and they didn't. It's just this big wave of frustration. And he's starting to say, I deserve it because all these other people screwed me over. I deserve more. So if you don't go through enough failures, you'll never feel like it. Hey, I deserve better. Just imagine if you were in a relationship and somebody always treated you bad, you would start to think, I deserve better. But see, are you pushing yourself to that limit to where you really, really, really believe you deserve better? Because if you're not doing these things, if you're not coming in and doing these little bitty things every single day, you're not going to have this future self saying, you know what? I paid the price I'm due. I paid the price I'm due. Do you ever feel like that? I don't believe that. I think y'all do. I think you feel like, I think when you get close to that, you tend to retreat. You're still listening to your feelings. And you know how I can see that in you?
By inconsistency. Because you dealt with it.
Because I dealt with it. I can't see something that I haven't gone through. So whenever I'm saying these things about you, it's because I've been there. And I know, here's what you're going to have to do. Josh, I'm driving an hour and a half away to show a house. No guarantees. See, if this does not work out for Josh, eventually he's going to say somebody owes me something because that motherfucker back there didn't pay me what was due. Somebody's going to owe me for the work that I did. And you're going to walk around and you're going to have this pissed off feeling and you're going to produce more. because of all the things that you've done prior to today. If you're somebody that has not paid the price before, you're not doing anything. In the universe, whatever you want to call it, nobody is going to say, man, we kind of screwed you over back then. It's time. It's time to pay up. So if you want to become a professional, you've got to stop listening to how you feel that day. Every single morning, I wake up like at 4:34 this morning, and I was tired. That dog, man, he had me in a pickle. I mean, I was all wound up. My body, you need to sleep straight, or when you're old, the next day when you wake up, if you're not straight, your back hurts, your neck hurts, your shoulder hurts. And there's like a few minutes every single day where I'm like, I need to sleep in today. I need to get up today. But then I tell myself, well, you know what? All I got to do is get up, get out of bed, and within 5 minutes, I'm fine. If I can just fight through this 5 minutes, if I can just get on the other side of this, I'm going to be fine. But too often people give up too quickly. Like David Goggins talking about the bitch voice. He talked about that, I think, didn't he? Who was it? Was it
Voice versus boss voice?
Is it Brad Lee? Okay. Well, David Goggins talked about some voice too. I can't remember what it was called, but we all have these voices. An amateur has the bitch voice. A professional has the boss, where I'm in control of this. And most people, they listen to themselves instead of talking to themselves. Have you ever noticed, like whenever things aren't going good and you're sitting there and you're just listening to all these things, but you can flip this. I have to do this a lot because I can get very emotional. And then the next thing I know, I got to say, no, hold on. I got to start looking at data. Data helps me make sense to become more of a boss voice. But to wrap this show up, it's very simple. Success is very, very simple. The hardest part of it is the emotions that hold you back. The simple part of success is consistency every single day. Every single day, whether you feel like it or you don't feel like it. Maybe it was Andy Frisella that said that, bitch voice versus boss voice. And maybe Bradley repeated that. But I think you're right, Andre. Every single day, if you will just be consistent over time, compound effect. Tell everybody again the compounding effect.
So the compound effect, over a long period of time, you're doing these small tasks. It doesn't amount to anything, but then all of a sudden, later on, you've continued to do it, and you start to separate yourself. And the separation is big.
No, see, you're going through this right now. You've got this personal battle of putting in the work without the reward. It's going on every single day. But sooner or later, if you believe the compound, do you believe the compound effect? Well, one of these days you're really going to believe it because you were exposed to it. You saw it. You experienced it. From doing this to nothing happening to then, man, it just got easier. I don't know why it became so easy because it used to be so hard. But there's one thing that changes. It's the person. It's the person within. Something changed. I feel like I'm owed this. I feel like I paid the price and I'm going to get the reward. The hard thing is the reward usually takes a lot longer. That's why you got to be so committed. I mean, what if it takes 2 years to get to somewhere? What if it takes 3 years to get to a place where you feel like I'm starting to get there? Because I still feel like this. Every single day, I'm frustrated. Every single day, I'm like, man, I'm nowhere near where I think I should be. And then I'll start looking at data. Data helps me understand where I was and how far I've gone. So don't overcomplicate what it takes to become a pro. It's just showing up every single day and doing something. Shut us down, Ving Grafton.